Hey guys, this is Malki Assad and welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be talking about the cancellation of the USMLE STEP2 CS exam. Due to COVID-19, the USMLE STEP2 CS exam was suspended in 2020. There were plans to bring a modified version of this exam, but today it was announced that there are no plans to bring back STEP2 CS. In this episode, I'll talk about the consequences of that for international medical graduates. The STEP2 CS exam is one of the requirements for the ECFMG certification required for international medical graduates to start residency in the US. It assesses three components: integrated clinical encounter, interpersonal and communication skills, and English language proficiency. When the STEP2 CS was suspended, the ECFMG found 5 pathways for international graduates to be eligible to start residency in the US. All 5 pathways required applicants to take the Occupational English Test, or OET, in order to be eligible to start residency. This exam assesses interpersonal communication skills and the English language proficiency. This exam is required for all 5 pathways for international medical graduates, regardless of their citizenship, native language, or the language of medical school. And I'll leave links for these pathways and the exam in the description below. However, these pathways were for only the 2021 match. For IMGs who applied for the 2021 match and were approved for one of the pathways, they can use that same acceptance to apply for the 2022 match if they were not fortunate to match into 2021. Those whose applications were rejected for the 2021, they can reapply again for one of the 6 pathways in 2022. For those who already have their CS exam or they already are ECFMG certified, they don't need to worry about any of the 6 pathways. The details about the 6 pathways will be announced soon from the ECFMG, and I'll make a video about that as soon as the details are announced. So this is regarding the ECFMG certification, but I also want to discuss today another aspect, which is, will that change the probability of being matched into a program from the program director's viewpoint, and what is the real value of the CS exam? Generally speaking, CS exam is mainly used to assess whether somebody passed or failed. So if somebody passed the exam, there is no way for program directors to see where you stand compared to other applicants, unlike Step 1 and Step 2, where they can actually see a score. The real value of the Step 2 CS exam is to ensure that applicants can speak English, they can communicate in patients in a comfortable way. So without the CS exam, OET will be one way of assessing that, the English skills and the interpersonal skills, but it might not be ensuring for program directors as compared to Step2 CS. So we might see more demand for applicants to take electives, observerships, or research time to ensure to program directors that they are comfortable with the language and they are comfortable with communicating with patients and doctors. So we'll need to see how that will change the application process, what is the real demand on the clinical rotations, observership, electives, but especially with the Step 1 being pass-fail in the coming years, there have been multiple studies that discussed what the replacements for that would be. There would be a shift from focus on Step 1 to Step 2 CK, and now without CS, there would be more focus on taking some time to do electives, hands-on clinical rotations, and these needs to be planned because you need to apply way ahead of your graduation date in order to secure an elective. If you did not have a clinical rotation during your medical school time, you can do something like observership or externship to ensure that you are able to communicate well and function within the US healthcare system. I actually did a video about the factors that will replace Step 1 score from the program director's viewpoint. I also published some studies about that, and I'll put the links in the description below, along with studies from other authors that assess the same topic. So in summary, cancellation of the Step 2 CS exam will save us some money and some time to go and actually do the exam. So now IMGs can be eligible to start residency in the US and apply for the match without actually being in the US. However, that will have consequences on their ability to confirm program directors whether they're comfortable within the US healthcare system, whether they be able to speak English comfortably, communicate with patients. So although you might be eligible to apply to the match without being in the US, I highly recommend doing some time in the States in the form of electives, observership, or research time to ensure to program directors that you're comfortable with the language and communication. For ECFMG certification, there will be 6 pathways for the match of 2022. There will be more information coming from the ECFMG regarding that. but for all pathways, it's expected that all applicants will be required to take the English proficiency language, which is the OET. That brings us to the end of this video today. I hope you found the information useful and valuable. If you get any value, please hit the like button, subscribe, and tell your friends about the channel so you can help the channel grow and help me continue to do videos like this to help you along your residency journey. And feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or Twitter at Malki Assad or my Facebook page, Malki Assad MD. Thank you all so much for watching and see you in future videos.